Good morning, I'm Carol Harmer from Charmer Trading, and we're going to be looking at the Euro-dollar market, and we're going to be looking at where it goes from here, why we didn't break up last week, why Friday happened, and hopefully get a clue of what is going to go on for this coming week. If I take you over to the Euro-dollar chart, you'll be able to see exactly what I mean. Now you can see that we couldn't break through this 1360, and that was our target. You know, from this base here, 1360 was a very good area of which to go short. We didn't quite get up to the 1360 area, but we got up to 1348, which was good enough. We double topped up there and down we come. Now you can see that we are below some quite significant resistance levels from the moving average resistance, and also we've got the weekly pivot coming in at 12.51. We've got the daily pivot coming in at 12.33. We had a lower close, but at the moment we're trying to recover. Now, why did we stop at that 1360 area? As you can see from the chart, we were extremely overbought. Now this wasn't just on the daily, this was on the weekly chart as well. So it didn't have enough oomph to break through some significant resistance, which would have kept us on track for 1425. The other thing that I find quite amusing is that a few weeks ago you couldn't find anybody that wanted to sell it, and they were talking about it going to 1500, 116, and when markets get the hype of it's going to go in one direction, if you look and you sit back and you take a look at the technical indicators, you can see why the market didn't do it, why it failed and came lower. We'll go back and have a look at it. Now what we can see here is that rejection of those highs. We're down around here, but if you look, we're still above some significant support, and really even if we go lower, I think the downside is quite limited at this point. We're looking at this line coming in here, and that's coming in at 1185. Now we all know that 1180 is an extremely good level on the euro, and if it hasn't gone below there before, it's bounced from there. There doesn't seem to be any reason why we should not bounce again. I can see why the market has taken on board that it's extremely, the sellers want to get involved, and they did. They was all up there at 1360, but it's where the euro is going to stop on its downward move. Now, I said to you, 1180 is extremely good support. It really is only if we start to break below there that sellers are going to come in further and drag us down to the 1105 area. You can see that's where we double based before, and my little thing is doubles hold, triples rarely do. So if we get to go down through 1180 and we come towards that 1105 area, you're going to see the sellers looking and seeing whether or not there is still enough momentum on the downside for us to break that 1105 area. If we do, we're looking at 1025, which is extremely good support from way back. So let's have a look at the weekly chart, the daily chart again. You can't see the 1025 area on here, but if I took it out to a weekly chart, you should be able to see it. Now you can see all around here, this 110, 125, it's been acting like a swing level for quite some time, you know, since we bounced from the 103 area. You can see it all here. So This is quite a significant support zone for the euro. You can see that over here on the weekly chart there is this big support line, and euros have been all year just basically ranging. Yes, we've gone lower, but we have just been ranging. And if you're trading the euro, we really need to see what the dollar index is doing. So I'll just pop over and have a look at that. So we can see where the dollar index topped. We can see that we held above that 61.8 fib level, and we've gone up and we've hit the 38.2 at 97.07. You can see that the indicators are starting to move higher, but it's got to break that 97.07. If it doesn't, we're going to come back lower once more. You're seeing this as a correction, really, just to this downward move. A bit like what the euro did. It just went sideways, and then obviously it made its move and came lower. I did mention, and I have kept mentioning, this dollar index, because it's very important that if you are trading the euro dollar, you look at the dollar index chart. If we can break above 97.20 on the dollar index, then we have a chance of trading higher again. We do have a top in the dollar index, and this is what's going to, I think, support the euro down at lower levels. We know that if we break 1180, then we're going to go lower, but how far can we go? Keep your eyes on the dollar index, keep your eyes on the stochastics, the RSI, the ROC. You can take a look at the MACD, because sometimes that can give you a bit of a direction to where it's going to go. But really it's all about the levels. We did have a bad day Friday on the euro. Can we maintain that weakness? We'll have to see. Technically we can at the moment, but I do still think that the downside is limited to this 1105 area, and I think we'll stop just in front of that. Well, that's it from me for this week. Good luck, and I'll catch you next week.